Hi, this is Victoria Smith, and today we're doing speech number 2 for our CST 100 class. This is my audience. Jacob, if you pan the audience. Alright, so what are your dreams for your future? Do you want to own a home, have children, or maybe retire early? Maybe you've achieved some of your long-term goals, but you wanted to do something like go to Europe or something like that, maybe a vacation. At the root of all of these things is going to be money. Of course, everybody hates to talk about it, but everybody needs money in order to achieve their long-term goals. Financial expert Jeremy Bowinkle has this to say: budgeting lies at the foundation of every financial plan. It doesn't matter if you're living paycheck to paycheck or earning 6 figures a year. You need to know where your money is going if you want to have a handle on your finances. It's really about understanding how much money you have, where it goes, and then planning how to best allocate those funds. Today I'm going to help you make those long-term goals and dreams come true by taking the first step. I'm going to explain how you can create a monthly budget. There are 3 simple steps to creating a monthly budget. Those steps are identifying your spending, assessing your spending, and reviewing your spending. The first step to creating a budget is to identify your spending. This chart shows 2 different budgets. The first one, budget 1, is from Mosers.org, and the second one is from momsbudget.com. As you can see, there are divisions in each one of the budgets between income, which is at the top, and expenses, which are at the bottom. Even though these are different budgets, they both have spaces for both the income and the expenditures. For income, you want to make sure that you're including anything like rent, rent from properties, if you get any kind of property rent like that. You don't want to include holiday bonuses or anything that's unsure, such as a tax refund, because you're not sure if you're going to be getting those. As Bowinkle explains on About.com, you should also separate your expenses into both fixed and variable. Budget number 1 does this. Does anybody know the difference between a fixed and a variable expense?
Your variable expense changes. It can differ from month to month on how much you pay, or it cannot be there at all.
Absolutely. So a fixed expense is going to be something that stays the same month to month. That's going to be something like your rent, your car payments, your utilities. Those would go under fixed expenses. And then your variable, like Stephanie had said, are going to be things like your utilities or your gas, your groceries. Excuse me, not your utilities. Your gas, your groceries, or your entertainment. Entertainment is a big category because later on when you're assessing your budget, you may be able to cut some of those things out so that you can make room for other things that you need. So those are just 2 examples of budgets. Liz Weston with MSN.com suggests also reviewing your bank statements so that you can make use of your budget. You can put the different things into the correct categories. If you use an ATM or you carry cash often, you may want to just keep a journal of where you're spending your cash so that you know where that money goes as well. So now that you've identified your spending habits, we'll discuss how to assess your spending. Step 2 of creating a budget is to assess and adjust your spending. During this process, you should evaluate whether or not your income is meeting or exceeding your expenditures, which is what it has to do in order to create an effective budget. This visual aid just shows the average expenses in a household for both of these. This one is the annual one right here, and then this one is the monthly. Both of them have housing as the number 1. It's going to take about 30% of your expenses for your household, followed by transportation, which is about 18% in both of them. And then food is 14% for both. So you're going to be expecting to do the most of your budgeting in those areas. That's just an example for that. You want to make sure that you're honest about your budget to be successful. If your plan doesn't include saving or your income doesn't meet your expenditures, like I was saying earlier, some of those variable expenses can be used. You can cut back on some of them. Maybe if you realize that you're eating out and a lot of that is eating into your budget, then you can cut back on eating out, make some meals at home, and you can save some money that way. Put it towards savings or towards your debt. If you do have debt, plan to take care of it, like I said, by making cuts in other areas. That's going to be the most reasonable way to pay back your debt. Consider saving for long-term goals, emergencies, and high-priced items at this point as well. There are also software programs and worksheets that can help you. They're available to create a budget, as the website cnnmoney.com describes. If you're having any trouble making a manual budget, it can also give you tips for how to better calculate your budget as well. Now that we've assessed your spending, we'll discuss reviewing your spending regularly. Step 3 of creating a budget is to review your spending. Vowinkle suggests reviewing your monthly budget so that you can keep accurate track. Be careful not to overspend, especially if you're getting back a tax refund or if you're getting a small bonus. Oftentimes people will spend into their monthly budget instead of just spending extra money or putting the money into savings. As your family's needs and goals change, so should your budget. In conclusion, budgeting can be a very simple process. By identifying, assessing, and reviewing your spending regularly, you can use all of your money to your advantage. This can help you save and achieve those long-term goals. I hope that you've learned something valuable today and that you can help make the most of your income. Thank you for your time and have a great evening.